Anyway, welcome back. This will be the start of our second story arc. So, just kind of a recap of what's going on up until this point. Our heroes have just escaped from the town of Bravia, where basically things are going to hell very fast. They have gotten word that Gideon Ashworth is a total asshole. And he's also got some kind of plot going on that involves all of the Clanks. The Clanks being, of course, the mechanical race in Daggerheart that, in this setting, are basically automatons that have been created, but slowly, for some reason, gaining sentience. And Ashworth is utilizing this and trying to manipulate it in some way, but they're not really sure how. Now, they have escaped Bravia for the time being, having learned about this plot and the fact that he is working with the Syndicate, who, up until an hour ago, Fortune was a member of, but has recently been let go based on some of the previous events. So now they find themselves outside the city with a choice in front of them, and they have decided to pursue the Aetherian Forge Works in order to find out more information about the Clanks, thinking if they can arm themselves with some information, maybe that will help them in dealing with the situation in Bravia. It just so happens that on the way, they will be able to accompany the two people they helped smuggle out of Bravia, which would be Liliana and her father, as they have decided to make a new life in New Aetheria based on the conversations from last episode. So we kind of pick up there as you guys had basically told them bye. They started walking away, and then I'm guessing you were like, oh wait, shit, hold on, and you all started chasing them down.
Epsilon has a thought.
Yes.
And this is like half related. You told us to come up with a team name, and my idea now is kind of not great now that I think about it, but hey, I'm my own worst critic. But like, when you were talking about Fortune was a part of the thing, my brain went to excommunicated. So I was like, excommunicated apostates. We're ex-states.
You guys have all been kicked out of something recently. Kind of. I mean, Lynn hasn't been, but
he will be.
She will be, unless you guys can come up with a really good excuse for why she's gone for so long.
I like, have y'all seen John Wick, where everybody's like excommunicado when you're kicked out of the Assassin's Guild? Like,
I like
nobody can help you.
My idea was
the
excommunicado. Excommunicados.
The
team was ex-states or this is the joke of the four evil X's.
I kind of like that too.
I kind of do like that.
You don't have to set anything in stone. I like where this is going though. I said come up with it by this week, but I really just want to get the conversation going because you're going to need it soon.
Sorry.
No.
Ex-states came into my head, and then I was like, or we could just do a Scott Pilgrim joke.
Four evil X's.
The four evil X's, because we're all X something.
Well, you guys are hopefully so far presenting as the good guys. We'll see.
Not yet. Lynn ain't ready for that divorce yet.
Depends on the situation.
Lynn is still holding on to hope that she's gonna keep her job and everything's gonna be hunky dory.
I'm not gonna disappoint my parents after my 4 years of schooling and my like third day of work.
Oh God.
Evil is relative.
Well, to a lot of people in Bravia, you are evil. And to that point, you are, actually, most of you are on watch lists now. You know for a fact that Rhea is, even if they might not even know your name, but they do know the description of a human, and you kind of stand out. Draven, your name's everywhere at this point. You've gotten your hands in a lot of stuff, and you've pissed off a lot of powerful people.
Are any of my aliases names?
Yeah,
every single one of your aliases names are on some kind of watch list, honey darling.
Not Miss Applebottom.
Not Miss Applebottom. She's safe.
Not Miss Applebottom.
She has the recency effect. It'll be soon.
It was Dandelion, the other one. So those two are those two are.
I can't remember his full name.
I don't remember.
Duke Bumblefluff.
Dandelion Bumblefluff.
All right.
Oh yeah, that was it. So really, the only one right now that's not definitely on the watch list is Lynn. She's been able to cover so far with the story of her.
I've only been in town for 3 days.
Well,
dysentery.
She's on a dysentery watch list. She is on a list.
She's on a list. She's on somebody's case list.
For her.
She's on some poor public health official's case list.
But
they're trying to hunt her down and ask her questions about how she got dysentery, but they can't find her.
On her second day. Yeah, I mean, you did miss like your second day of work. So you're on some list of like lazy millennials or something.
Dude. Millennials are like last century.
Shut up.
I'm not wrong. The 1900s was a different century.
Don't call it the 1900s. I will ban you from this channel.
You just age like a fine wine, okay?
That's how we do it.
Look,
anyone who's too young to be considered a millennial, shut up for a second, okay?
I was born in 2000. I am close enough.
Kids today. Kids. Anyway, you guys have decided to head off. So you guys catch up with Grongak and Liliana. Well, before you do that, though, we did leave. You guys were kind of drawing dicks on the face of the assassin you had put to sleep. Was there anything else you wanted to do before you left him behind? Because I know you were putting him to sleep so he could get away. Mustache? Okay.
Not actually, because I think Rhea's too busy being in her feelings to draw mustaches, but she's not going to stop you. In fact, she'll quietly pass whoever a writing implement on their way past her.
We drew a dick mustache.
Oh, okay.
Very good. That's artistic.
Yeah. Crap, Draven.
I need an artistic rendition of this somewhere in the chat.
There is actually.
Oh my god.
We are all in pretty bad shape. Well, I don't know about y'all, but Lynn's still pretty tore up. So she's speaking of, I need to roll my prayer dice for this session to see what
Oh yeah, don't forget to do that.
Draven, I should have asked him if he knew anything about Gamble before you put him to sleep. And I didn't even think about it. Can you write a note for me? Just telling him that here we're gonna leave Nightmare with you with a little bit of food, and tell him if you know anything about Gamble before you go back into the city. And you look great, by the way.
So
we could just kick him a few times, and then I could put him back to sleep.
Gonna say, I don't think it costs a resource for Draven to do that.
No, it does not.
I will say,
spellcast roll.
Before you decide, Nightmare is still pretty injured. So, I mean, even take it into account what your character would do about leaving your pet behind, because they are still pretty bad. You healed them, but they're not up to... They still need tending.
Okay, you're right. In that case, no. I was thinking, they're back in my care. She's fine. He's fine, but... Okay.
How much of a homing pigeon is Nightmare? Because could we just send him out later and
Yes, they're
find
highly intelligent creatures. Yes, Nightmare once he's better, and pretty much send messages to whoever you want.
Okay, so
I'm
this
probably
isn't
not sending him back into
Bravia
though. I'm probably not sending him back into Bravia though.
It's a fucking bird. I don't think.
And I smack you.
No.
in character for
No,
real.
But it's on your-
no.
on
The
your
point
knee.
being, the point
You're so
being,
short.
that is the most stealthy fucking creature imaginable. If he wants to be, he can blend in. It's not like one of us going back into the city where we'd fully be actively announcing ourselves. Nightmare has more of a degree of stealth capability.
I agree with you, but for now, let's probably just know on Bravia messages. They did just find him, and do this. So, would you
Fair
like
enough.
would you like to kick the sleeping man for us awake?
Oh, this has been Epsilon fully talking out of character, but I'll kick a sleeping man if you want. Since when did Rhea Sylvia Acheron become Southern?
I feel like if you do it in the ribs, that's the best.
Who's kicking him?
I'm just gonna gently poke him with the toe of my boot.
Okay. He starts to stir at this point. Who's staying behind? Is everyone still there? Lynn, would you have gone off, or are you still there too?
I think we
I
should all
mean,
kind
I
of
think
be
we're
around
all. I think we're
looking
all kind of just
concerned.
around. Like, yeah, I think we're all just
Yeah,
around
we
this
should
guy.
look. We should
I
pretend to
don't
look
think Rhea was
concerned, like he
actually a
passed
part
out.
of
Be
this
like, "Oh my gosh, are you
conversation.
okay?"
I think Rhea figured out that you guys were actually going to wake the guy up, and then just took the initiative herself and just walked over, nudged him, and then kind of stepped back again.
He
without
just kind
saying
of.
a thing.
What happened?
Seems like you took a little tumble there, sir. And I reach out to kind of help him up off the ground.
Oh, my head does hurt. He kind of takes your hand and stands up. He looks around really
Yes, you,
quick and he's panicked for a second. Where's Liliana? At this point,
Oh,
they
At a
have
point,
walked
her
away.
and her father
like,
went ahead and went
you
on
just
their travel.
way on the distant plane, like not way, but they're just going on their way.
30 feet in the distance.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you another question though. Now that
Yeah.
you're up on your feet,
Yeah.
do you know anything about my cousin Gamble? He was with the syndicate, and I'm assuming you have a way in there. Maybe you have some knowledge.
He looks at you for a second. I can see it now. The resemblance. Gamble's fine. He's being watched though, closely. Probably because of you.
Oh, well, you know me. I'm always getting my hands into something. He knows that.
Yeah, I mean, I just. They've put one or two of us on him. Not as a mark or anything like that, but just in case, he steps out of line or follows in your footsteps. He's on a list. I mean, who isn't these days, right? But he's on a list.
Just let him know I'm okay, if you can. And
I can
to,
do that.
make sure he knows, if you can, that he's being watched, to not do anything stupid.
Give me a presence roll.
Hey, something I just put points in. Let's see if it pays off.
There we go. By the way, it's hard to take this guy seriously with his dick stash. 16 will
yeah.
definitely succeed, but I will take that fear. He kind of
I feel like we're giggling the whole time.
he looks up and down, and you can see there's a moment where he's kind of weighing the pros and cons of potentially putting his neck out for you on this. All right, if I get the opportunity, I'll let him know.
Tell you what, I'm going to sweeten the deal for you, and I'm going to take out Rocky and just delete what he talked to Liliana about. This was really just for me to test out my prototype and to make sure you wasn't a bad guy after all. And I'll give him like a little nudge.
That's sneaky. You would have made a good assassin. You know that, right?
Don't tell anybody. With a little wink.
Well,
And then
I don't want any more competition than I need anyway.
You see, Lynn wince in the background, And I'm gonna kind of like nudge like Draven, and like I'm gonna be like, do the thing, put him back to sleep, do the thing.
And Draven opens his book and he says, "Let me tell you about the story of the time my father and I went to an Elysian market."
I don't really.
And
No,
I'm
that
gonna
that
cast
doesn't sound.
my sleep.
Oh,
Oh,
Rit. Gain a hope, clear a stress. As this guy looks at you, and he starts to say, I actually really should. I should be. Look at him
this
sleeping
market
again.
had all sorts of things. It
At this point,
had,
he just
right.
collapses onto the ground again in this heap. And then you can just hear him snoring gently. You get the feeling. I mean, you cast a spell before, but having done it back to back, and for some reason there was just something about this casting, he'll probably be out for a while. You don't think you have any chance of him waking up within the next 12 hours.
Oh, damn.
2 sleep spells back to back, one being a crit. He's getting a good nap out of this.
This dude's getting carried away by some critters or something.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually thinking, can I what is my cloaking thing? 1 second. I'm thinking we can at least hide him so that no animals do come get him. I don't know. He doesn't seem like that
bushes
bad of a
on him or
guy.
something.
You
He
can't
helped
pull
us,
him
so-
back into. I mean, there's still that crack in the wall.
Yeah, we
that
could
you
just stick
came
him in the
through.
crest so he doesn't get rained on or something.
Just push him back through the crack and then cover the hole
Lynn will
back up.
kind of take him by the ruff, and she kind of just gently steps him down, and then you see, like, she leans over and she's like, "May the gods send you visions of a better life path than your dreams."
And then she draws one
Thank
more
you.
dick.
Yeah.
He just kind of starts moaning to
No.
sleep. Gods and yeah. Just goes like totally out of it.
So I
All
really
right.
need to see a cut scene of what this dude when he wakes up and goes into town. Like we need to have that later.
I'll keep
Okay.
that in mind. Okay.
He wakes up like,
Just what's happening.
I will keep that in mind. Don't let me forget. I'm gonna just Lady Vengeance has suggested you also give him dick chops, so I'm gonna just assume you did do that.
Oh yes.
That's what Lynn did. That's what Lynn did there before she left.
well, I feel like if nothing else, Lynn had one
Oh,
like
no,
that
she
wasn't
did.
connected, and she had to finish it. Like she was like,
It was like
Oh,
just
look,
driving
Okay,
you nuts.
she's been in many of the Beloved's more interesting corners, so she can draw such a good dick. Like,
I imagine it's just bothering you, like they didn't finish it, and you're like, no, damn it, I gotta finish this. Okay. You all head off, right? After Grongak and Liliana.
we're gonna run. We're gonna like, hey,
Okay. I think the
turns out we're going
scene
the same way.
the scene kind
I'm
of
scuttling.
fades with you all with you scuttling down the hill. As Liliana realizes that you are following her, takes a moment and starts running back to you. Specifically, she runs toward you, Draven, and just gives you like this big hug. As you all continue your journey on for the next little bit. We'll just go ahead and skip forward to this afternoon, if that's okay with you. It's about noon. It is quite the journey. You know that you've got a couple days ahead of you of walking. But luckily, I mean, there are roads. And for the most part, no one knows that you've left Bravia. So the roads should be relatively safe. I mean, you do have your names circling through Bravia, but there's no reason that people on the road would be looking for you. As far as they know, you're still in town. So you continue on, taking the easiest way possible, because there are some dangers out here in the wilderness, wild animals and things of that nature. But for the most part, the roads are relatively safe. And you wind up around nightfall at this crossroads. And you come not only to a figurative crossroad, but a literal one, as night has fallen and you come up, and at this point, the road starts to branch off in many different directions. There's a sign there that clearly marks back the way you came as Bravia. There's a sign pointing off to the east that has New Aetheria written on it. To the north, you see that there's two ways that kind of start heading north and split. One of them going to the Lorehaven Institute, which I believe, Crow, you are rather familiar with. And then the others go further up north towards the capital. As you kind of come to this crossroad, I think it strikes you all the symbology of how you all have come to a crossroad in each of your lives at the moment. There's some big decisions to be made and some things that have happened recently that really kind of put you off balance a little bit. For the first time, your direction is pretty open ahead of you. It's around this point where Liliana's like, Daddy, I can't walk anymore. We've been going for so long. I need a nap. Grongak's like, I'm a little tired myself. The rest of you, how do you feel about making camp around here?
I think that's probably a good idea.
This looks as good a place as any.
By the way,
I'll crawl up into a tree and get comfortable, and this will be while I sleep.
Maybe we can make a lean-to right off, just in the bush line or something.
Okay. As you guys decide to make camp, you actually haven't seen another traveler all day. It's been very quiet on the road, which isn't necessarily unusual. I mean, there are some days where Bravia gets many, many merchants, and then there's days that just nobody shows up. Just depends on how the travel's going.
Hang on. Genuine question. What month, what season are we in the game? Remind me. Do you remember?
You are towards the end of summer. It is around the end of the month of Stone. So at this point, it's the end of summer. It's starting to cool off going into autumn.
We probably won't get more visitors until closer to the fall harvest civic holidays.
Yes. Now, there will be, as you know, a holiday coming up at the end of the month, but preparations from that are pretty much underway. Most of the stuff they've needed has been received. So you're right. You probably, knowing just what you know about bureaucracy and the traveling of, merchants, you do expect to get more trade towards the beginning and middle of the month. So at this point, people are where they're trying to get to for whatever celebration they're trying to be there for. Okay. You guys don't really have anything. Well, actually, Grongak did know that he was traveling, so I'll say that he brought a tent. I mean, he was at his house.
Yeah.
He was able to pack some stuff. It's not
sure
a
he
large
had,
tent.
A camping tent.
I think
He
maybe
does.
Fortune and Liliana can fit in that tent along with Grongak. I think.
Well, Fortune, you were going to sleep in a tree, you said.
Yeah. So Fortune's used to just sleeping outside. She just climbed up a tree like a cat and just got real comfortable on some branches and is going to be out faster than anybody else.
Okay.
However, I do want to go ahead and leave one single bronze coin in the tree somewhere that can catch the lot, and that's just a way for people to know I was here.
Okay.
Instead of writing "Fortune was here," spelled W.
A lot of goblins are illiterate, and if they do know any language, it's going to be Glibbish, and it's totally different. It's mostly just signs and stuff.
Plus, this
So
way
still
it keeps it a little bit more secret.
Yeah.
You have to know to know, right?
You got to be looking for it.
Let me ask you this: do you have a specific calling? Does each goblin have their own branded coin? That way, if it's located, they will know exactly who was there.
Well, so a lot of that actually goes back to the names if you're a traveler. So gamble might leave something that you'd use to gamble with, like a poker chip.
A dice.
Or
okay.
And then exactly. So each one has their own calling card, their own little thing that they'll leave that maybe makes sense, maybe it doesn't.
bonus points if the coin also says fortune was here, spelled WUZ.
You write it on the coin anyway.
Yeah.
Can I try to see if I can like hunt down some rabbits or like pheasants or something?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and give me I guess this would probably be instinct.
Roll for pheasant.
Oh, okay. Instinct. Never mind. I was gonna say I think I could help do that, but
No. I suck.
I mean,
I could do that.
I like it. It's fair.
I've got good instinct.
So
I've got decent instinct.
I'll let you roll it too. I'll let you roll it too then. Whoever's looking for food.
Oh shit!
I am not.
Draven.
Draven, I think Draven, you see.
He comes back with a whole host of animals.
Yeah, I think you see what
full ass deer.
What Lynn is trying to do. And Lynn, I think that maybe. I think you're just tired. I mean, normally you're able to be a little bit quieter. I think you're just tired. You're making simple mistakes. And I think you realize that, though. Just stepping on a branch here or there. You manage to find one or two, but they scurry off. And it's just, you've had a very long day. Draven, on the other hand, you probably still invigorated from the scuttling that you've been doing.
Continues to scuttle.
The sunshine.
With a 24.
I feel like the scuttling might help you.
Oh yeah, you get down in like the tall grass and you're just like an alligator.
Whole deer.
Yeah, he drags back this huge, like 14-point deer. He's just like dragging it back.
Imagine it's in his mouth though when he's dragging it back.
Yeah.
All teeth.
Do you drag it with your mouth?
I'm still scuttling.
Lynn's actually gonna clap excitedly, like she's like, can I have the organs?
Oh, yeah, what? Yes, sure, you darling, you can have whatever you would like.
Right, so you're gonna see her come over, like she's gonna start. She does know how to field dress an animal, so she is gonna like take over. Like she's so impressed by this. Like you know how Draven's normally like starstruck by Lynn. Like Lynn is extremely impressed by this. Like in the Qatari culture, like hunting is like, you know, pretty high up in like regarded skills. She's like, oh,
there's a moment.
So impressed.
There's like a slow-mo, and you look over at Draven, and he like is tossing this hair
scales,
he doesn't have.
Like he's covered in blood. He's looking fierce. You know, he looks like the moonlight is glittering down to catch on his beautiful scales. I'm like, oh, the wild soul will be so pleased. And then you see me come over, and I literally just like take a knife and I start like cutting it. Like I pull it up like by its feet, and then like I start draining the blood, and then like I actually will like do like a prayer to the wild soul, like as thanks, but also we are so grateful that you are allowing us to pass. Please don't fuck us up in the middle of the night. Think of a fancier version. Lynn is actually really scared of the wild soul. Out of all the deities, that's the one she does not want to fuck with. So if she hunts or if she takes something, you better believe she's like, the blood goes back to you. We are so thankful. Thank you so much. And then she's actually going to take the heart, which is the best part, and put it in the fire, like as an offering.
Okay, that is good to know.
But then she gets all like some of that yummy organ meat, and you just see her like sneaking little bits of it because that's a delicacy in Qatari culture. So she's very excited about that.
There's a moment where Liliana's just like watching you eat like these raw organs, and she's like, "That's weird."
Oh,
kinda cool.
Oh, I look at Grongak and I'm like, would the child like some? I'll be happy to share.
I don't think that her constitution is quite the same as yours. I'll cook her some meats before we share it, but I appreciate the offer. Thank you.
We'll get her some good steak bits.
And Liliana's like, Daddy, I want to try it. And he's like, Liliana, you'll throw up. And he like drags her back away. Grongak does go and help to tend to the fire. And eventually you have like a nice roaring fire that you're able to cook this meat on. And you all sit down and have a nice, really filling meal. And you've had your downtime in Bravia, but it's been tense. It's been hiding out. It's been in warehouses. And here out on the open sky, this beautiful summer night where it's warm enough to sleep outside, but cool enough to where you're not going to get uncomfortably hot. It's not humid. It's just a great night for camping. As you all sit there staring around the fire, Rhea, your eyes kind of go up the sign at the crossroad, and they linger on New Aetheria. Because you know what lies that way, and you know where you're headed. The Aetherian Forge Works, the place where they make all the clanks, that lies in a mountain range very close to New Aetheria, which happens to be the same mountain range you once lived in. Not the exact same part, but the same mountain range. And every step you've taken since you've left Bravia, and you know every step you take in that direction takes you one step closer to the memories, the place you used to call home. How's that make you feel?
If we're talking Rhea used to call home for the first 6 years or so of her life.
I'm talking about the place where you, not New Aetheria, but your secluded temple where you lived, is still in this direction.
Okay.
It is in the mountain range that you're heading towards. Not the exact location, but there's one mountain range. The Forge Works are in the same mountain range. You're heading in that direction. You will soon see the familiar mountain peaks that you are familiar with from your time up until a year ago. That's where you're marching.
I think Rhea is honestly a huge storm of general emotion right now because she's desperately trying not to resent a child. And now at the same time she looks over at that sign and it almost physically hurts. As the most recent memories she had of that place were of literal physical pain.
The air shifts a little bit, the wind, and you catch just a small whiff of the cooking deer meat. And while there is a distinct difference, it triggers something in your memories that it takes you back to that place, that time. That's the time you learned what the smell of burning flesh was. At this point, I'm going to give you a little narrative control. What memory flashes into your head about the events that happened to you?
Oh, goodness. I think you've given me too much control. Because I don't know, I left that part incredibly vague.
So just make one thing up. One thing that flashes into your memory. One detail, one horrific moment, or something. And I'll hit you in the gut with it later.
I think what she remembers when she came across a burning room and the bodies, the first bodies she saw that day. Tearing after Alessia.
You can almost feel it again. There's a part of your rational brain that knows it's the heat of the fire you're sitting next to, but for a moment, you're back. You're back standing outside of that room, and that smell just fills your lungs and it turns your stomach. You remember there was a voice someone still in the room, calling out for help, and there was nothing you could do. It was too far gone at that point. It was suicide to jump in. And your brain had blocked this out, but now you can hear that the screaming, the cries for help. And then a noise behind you catches your attention, and you kind of snap back, and it's the sound of laughter as the rest of them sitting around the fire just merrily having a good time, telling jokes, something that you didn't pick up on. But everyone just seems kind of oblivious to what you just went through. Except maybe, Lynn, I want a presence roll from you.
Oh.
Except for Lynn, who gets a hope and clears the stress. As you kind of snap back, you look around, and then you can just see across the flames, Lynn's just watching you. You've noticed Lynn actually been watching you a little bit lately. I think she's been the one that's been picking up on some of your moods, which is why I gave her the role. But she definitely seems to notice you are not present in this moment. What do you do? It's up to you guys now. Or you can do nothing.
Get up, turn, and, dart away. Probably throw up somewhere. Way off in the distance.
Lynn's gonna get up and she I feel like everybody would be I don't know if they would pick up on the fact that she started away very suddenly, but Lynn's gonna kind of pick up after her and follow. And if she is she genuinely vomiting?
Probably.
I would be coming right behind you and be like, "You're ill?"
In what sense?
An illness of the heart? The mind?
I don't know what else would be the case. Perhaps I am.
You said before that the heart tenders could do nothing for you. Give me a second. I'm thinking about it. I want to see how Lynn's going to pry at you. Lynn doesn't know personal boundaries.
That's why I'm glad you've been the one that's kind of been picking up on it.
Why? I think Lynn is going to be like, you live far away from any humans, and you've clearly been through something very bad. How did you find yourself in Bravia, in this hateful place?
Honestly, it was the first civilization I got to.
Where did you hail from? New Aetheria is the only place I know that most humans live in settlements.
Well, I'm sure I was born there, but I didn't stay there. In the city proper.
Can your own, and Lynn hasn't fully picked up on, she's heard your heretical comments, but she doesn't really understand what that means, because to her, the humans, have their own god, Aetheria, and, you kind of see her, she looks uneasy for a moment, she would never have considered it. She's like, could your own clerics, the Aetheria, could they do anything for you?
I think the best thing they could do is call me a heretic and tell me to never look their way again.
I don't understand. You're heretical to the Pantheon, but are you not? Do the humans not? Are you not part of the Aetheria cult?
Ooh, the word cult.
What? What?
Well, I think Lynn kind of means it in the traditional, like, Hellenistic, like, mystery cult type of thing. Like, each like, I kind of imagine that each, like, god actually have their own cult where, like, they're more important to different groups. So it's not necessarily pejorative for her.
Okay, that makes sense. Although it would also fit, because I do think that for a lot of the people in Elzorya, I mean, the humans are not from this realm, and they come in with their own god. So I do think that most people in your position would mean it derogatory.
Lynn's trying to be polite. Like, she's trying to be polite in this situation.
Like, what?
I understand. I'm just saying, you may not, as a Rhea, you may take offense to that because you've heard it in both ways, even out of context, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I think the very, like, confused and mildly offended what is still stands.
Your cult, your religious group, do they not accept you as part of their group? Is that not your god?
No religious group would accept me.
But why? Like, Lynn doesn't understand. She doesn't.
Do you know, like, where my magic comes from?
The gods grant all magic in the realm.
That's the thing. They don't.
Well, it doesn't just come from nowhere.
I was born with mine.
So are many people, but that doesn't mean it doesn't come from the earth itself, the soul, the world, the wild soul, the beloved. We are all granted gifts from the gods.
How do you know that? Did they tell you themselves?
Of course not. They don't descend to speak to mortals.
So what's
But
to
look
say
at the
it
miracles.
doesn't?
Would you not call it a miracle of what we can do?
Would you call it a miracle that I know what the smell of burning flesh is?
Do you think is that caused by your magic?
I don't know. But I do know that my magic, I didn't pray to any god for it, certainly not as an infant. And it was inborn. Neither of my parents had much magic beyond what the average person would, and here I am with all this crazy energy that didn't seem to come from any particular deity.
No. Maybe you just have to find it.
I am a blight upon the race. I'm a blight upon the human race, as they said.
Why would anyone say that? What could you have possibly done?
Exist.
But I don't understand. Have you harmed anybody?
I harm your very, very, very rigid and unflexing ideas on where magic comes from and the nature of the gods themselves and what they can and cannot do. I threaten your status quo. I am walking, talking heresy.
The gods are greater than mortals. I mean, sure, I don't agree with this. I kind of just point at you up and down.
I don't agree with
But they can't be
you.
injured. But you can't injure a god no more than a animal can injure the earth it's come from.
No, but you can injure the pride of their followers.
They're greater than the sum of their parts. There's many followers who are not always accepted in the Pantheon's overarching dogma, shall we say.
Oh, for the sake of... I was forced onto the fringes of society. I don't know why.
You've been done ill, and I apologize. It wasn't right.
Well, you're about 20-something years too late.
Better late than never. And then I'm just going to kind of turn around and go back to the group.
Okay. As she leaves you, Rhea, just kind of standing there. How are you feeling? What's going through your head?
She comes over. I'm trying to, like, not bug anybody, and then she comes over and starts interrogating me, and when I, tell her about myself and everything else, she's like, nuh-uh. And I'm like...
As you're walking away, I mean, you were trying to be, you were trying to reach out an olive branch, be helpful. What are you thinking as you walk away from this conversation?
Lynn's just kind of confused and tired. Like, she's trying in her way to, like, connect to Rhea, but, like, she I guess she kind of feels like, I guess she's running into the feeling that, like, she's trying to get Rhea to open up, but she can't force her if she wants to stew in her own anger, Like, she's trying, like, and obviously Lynn's not, like, Lynn doesn't really understand the concept of atheism. Sure. So she's just like,
I don't think she understands that Rhea is too far gone for the gods.
Well, like, definitely Rhea's a bit like Lynn's like, no, you're fine. Like, that's her way of, like, but she is trying to apologize. She's clearly not pleased that Rhea is suffering physically or emotionally. Like, she doesn't, she's not vindictive in that way. She just doesn't know how to, like, she's not a point in her life where she can really, like, speak the language Rhea is speaking.
So you both walk away from this conversation, nothing really resolved, but I think the seeds of future conversations have been planted tonight. While they're gone, though, back at camp, is there anything that the two of you need to discuss between yourselves, Draven and Fortune, or with Liliana and Grongak?
I'm thinking the new group's name will be Shenanigans. How about you?
Draven, if you'll allow it, I was thinking, could he have found some herbs today as well, like when he was out hunting?
Sure. Of course. You got a crit, didn't you? Yeah, you found whatever the fuck you want.
Fantasy weed!
Yeah.
Oh, no, he still has Timothy with him. Don't worry about that. But no, he found some, like, really, like, delicious herbs like thyme and rosemary. And he's like, psst, Liliana, come here. Mm-hmm. And he's got a bit of the deer meat, and he's chopped it up really fine and mixed in some of the herbs that he got. And he's, like, salted it a bit, and he's like, this is called tartare. It's some of that raw meat you wanted to try. Give it a try. It's really good.
She takes it gingerly and, like, looks over her shoulder at Grongak, who at this point has gotten up and he's gathering some more firewood to stoke the fire. And she's like, it's safe, you sure?
Yeah. Just go ahead, darling. It's really delicious.
She puts it in her mouth. She starts chewing it for a second. It is delicious. She's also a child, and they hate delicious shit for some reason. So I'm going to roll for this and just see what happens.
Blah!
I rolled nuggets.
I
mean, tartare is pretty, so.
Yeah. I rolled a natural 20 on that. Oh. So she's going to like this. As she tastes it, she's like, that is one of the greatest things I've ever had in my life.
You should try it with some crackers, and if I had some better herbs, a little bit of oil and vinegar, so much better.
Do you have crackers?
just become a foodie, like, for
Oh,
life
yeah.
now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is gonna be the start of a whole, like, life path.
Her entire path just changed. And now she's going to open her own restaurant. And she's like, what do you think? And they're going to be like, oh, it was good. She's like, you lying fuck.
You're lying. Get out of my restaurant.
What did you really think?
It's the menu. She turns into the chef from the menu. I love that movie.
Do you have crackers?
Oh, it's very delicious on crackers.
Okay. Can I have a little more?
Of course, here, darling. Have as much as you like.
Thank you. And like she eats a little bit more. And then Grongak comes back and he puts the fire on. And he's been cooking, helping cook and stuff also. And then as he comes back, he puts some on a plate and he goes, here, I've finished your dinner, Lily. And she takes it and it's like well done. He has cooked it like so, like it's like the most well done steak. She's like, thank you, Daddy. I'm very hungry. And she starts just like nibbling on it. He's like, eat up. We've got a long journey ahead of us tomorrow. And he kind of pats her on the head and just kind of goes back to where he was sitting. And Liliana looks back at you and goes, and it just falls off her tongue onto the ground.
Well, Draven was going to cook some for himself. So he likes his medium rare. He was also going to make he's going to make a little bit for Liliana as well.
Okay. Perfect. At this point, you see Len come back towards the camp, looking a little confused. But Rhea, at the moment, stays away for a while. As the night continues on, you guys swap stories. You get to know Grongak and Liliana a little bit better. Grongak was working as like a blacksmith for a while. He actually worked pretty closely with Amara at one point, so he knew her quite well. But here lately, he's been on and off jobs, trying different things, especially since the things happened with Liliana. He's been mostly out of work. But you can tell, like, just from the time you met him to now, he's almost a different person in Liliana's company. And Liliana also, you're finally seeing her as a child. She's been up running around. She's been chasing fireflies. Like, she's just, in this moment, it's pure and quiet, borderline magical for most of you. For Rhea, however, in the darkness, alone, it's how she's felt for quite a while. Just this loneliness kind of encroaching as she's, by her own choice, in this moment, has separated herself from the group. But Rhea, I think that helps to reinforce the isolation that you feel.
Yeah, I feel like she's still not quite over, like, a part of the back of her mind resents Liliana, and she knows that, and she knows that doesn't make sense, that's like not healthy. But at the same time, she knows the back of her mind won't do what she tells it to do sometimes.
I mean, you feel what you feel. And while Liliana didn't choose this, she is the reason you're having to confront this. So I think that's a very valid feeling.
She's like, I don't want to, she doesn't want to ruin it for everybody else. So
Okay.
It's like, I'll just vibe over here. She does kind of watch all of this happening from a distance.
Okay. Fortune, I think I saw you raise your hand. Did you have something you wanted to add?
In a matter of sorts. I was going to say, I would imagine when it gets closer to the end of the night, Fortune would probably realize Rhea's not been necessarily around. She'd probably just roll somewhere around until she saw her first and make sure she, like, underneath a bush or something, there was a blanket and a bottle of booze and an apple and some water. And, we're 30, so ibuprofen.
I don't think
willow
Rhea's,
bark to chew on.
Rhea's in her early mid-20s.
Remember,
But
Epsilon's the baby in this group. She doesn't need ibuprofen yet.
Epsilon.
Well,
Oh no, Epsilon spent the entirety of Friday and Sunday with a migraine. She needed that.
I
So some
feel like
ibuprofen.
Fortune's kind of like the mom of the group.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to make sure everybody's taken care of. She knows how to make sure that people are being traveled together well. So
You're
she
like the
doesn't know
scary
what's
mom.
happening, but she knows that she needs to be alone. And here's everything you need.
Okay.
I think
And you'll
Rhea
kill
can-
someone for fucking with your babies.
I think Rhea has the instinct to maybe notice you as you're leaving, meet your eyes for like 0.5 seconds, just kind of nod and acknowledge that you were there, and nobody says a word, but she's like, she knows. And she
And then I climb
appreciates it.
back up the tree like a cat.
Yeah, you scuttle.
So, with that, you all take your various positions in the tree, off alone a little bit by yourself. Grongak and Liliana curl up together in the tent. At this point, as people are kind of drifting off to bed, the last, and you don't have to, but Draven, Lynn, you two would be the last awake. If there's anything you need to say.
I don't think we've had enough, like... I think we've kind of covered...
Problem.
Yeah. I think we've kind of just covered ground previously in some of our... Like Lynn, like, Draven has very heavily reinforced that, like, he's talked about, like, Lynn not being able to go back a couple of times, and I think she's just kind of quietly thinking on those words about, how she can't just... They're not going to take her back if they ever find out, like, what's going on, and I don't think she herself can just go back to being in Bravia in the way that she was planning to.
Draven, well, actually, I'll just do it in character. Lynn, darling, now that we've got a little bit of time, I just wanted to apologize. When we were back in Bravia, I was, stressed. We were very busy. I spoke very harshly about how you wouldn't be able to go back to the Seraphs. Whether that's true or not, that wasn't the time for that. And
Lynn's
a
gonna
good
hold up
friend
her
doesn't
hand,
speak to you.
like,
A good friend doesn't
like,
speak to you like that.
No, Lynn's gonna kind of hold up her hand and is like, "No, Draven, I think you should have spoken to me like that. It wasn't the right time." Or it's like, just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it's not true. I don't want to give up on being a seraph. I want to help people, but I don't think I can help being a seraph the way Bravia wants me to be a seraph.
We are heading towards New Aetheria, and I would say, I know people there. They're good people. I would imagine that, and I also know the Seraphs there are not nearly as terrible as the Seraphs in Bravia. So, maybe we could find some help there. And it's not nearly as cut and dry as what I was saying, especially if there are better Seraphs elsewhere,
So
Wolf, do I know, off the top of my head, do I know if Zarel or Zare or whatever his name is he also the warden? Is there a different warden over New Aetheria?
So here's the thing. Two quick lore points. The warden is only over a specific city. So there is another rank that'd be over the region. There are no seraphs in New Aetheria. New Aetheria specifically is outside of the Empire. They have their own guards. The seraph class from New Aetheria would be considered a paladin. Mostly getting related to, but just a same thing. They just would not be called seraphs in that culture.
Right.
Is all.
Oh, sorry, darling. I'm smoking a little bit too much Timothy. I apologize. I guess there are no seraphs in New Aetheria. I've forgotten about that. But there are religious orders, and there is definitely police force. I know we could find someone to help us there.
It's typically...
Also, I know seraphs are in other cities as well. I don't believe Bravia is very representative of the Seraphs.
No, they're not. I mean, I can't say there's no corruption in Aetheria, but my mentor and the people around me and the cadets I trained with, we didn't want this. This isn't what we thought of when we trained for this. I've never been to New Aetheria. It's heavily frowned on for Seraphs to go there outside of official business, but I can't let what's happening in Bravia continue if I can try to get the word out somewhere. That I don't know if I can see if they can intercede with another warden or what. But I have to try something.
I understand if you wouldn't want to go to New Aetheria. However, I would say that the city's not nearly as terrible as the Seraphs make it out to be. It's definitely Bravia's much worse. I'll say that. So, I understand they don't carry power there, so they don't want you necessarily to go there. But it's a nice town, and we're in the area anyway. I figured we could probably find some help there.
I've already committed greater sins. What's a couple more?
I cremated for a second there.
Cremated my sins.
Yeah,
You have actually cremated. I mean,
Yeah.
One of your sins was cremation.
I did not kill them. It is not cremation's not frowned upon in their religion.
Sure. I mean,
how do you cremate a sin?
Draven just says, well, they do have casinos and brothels there, so if you want to like...
we have plenty of those. Okay, again, remember, she's part of, like, the beloved subclass. Like, sex is not a problem for that particular...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like...
not, because it's a pantheon, it's not all super hyper-Christian,
Gotcha.
like,
yeah.
perch. Yeah, there are...
We borrowed from Catholicism, but we added a little, too. There's a little Hellenism in there
We made
sometimes.
it fun.
So it's like, you know how Dionysus had a fun cult?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, in that case, I might like the Seraphs a little better than I thought.
So just while we're on the Lord thing, so yeah, in New Aetheria, there is actually the separation of the police force and the church. So there are paladins, there are holy warriors, but there's also a separate militia that guards the town that's not tied to the theocracy. New Aetheria is like a bubble of democracy within this theocracy.
They're Hong Kong.
Yeah, because basically the humans brought their own culture with them and have so far resisted being annexed into the theocracy.
So we should be helping them instead?
At the same
Never
time,
mind.
the people in Bravia aren't necessarily the ones to blame, and they're the ones that you're helping. Let's just put it that way. Or not. I mean, I don't know what you guys are going to do. Okay.
I'm going to try to find an atomic bomb. That's what I'm going to try to do.
So,
Just kidding.
or make one.
To Manhattan.
As you all lie down for the night, sleep eventually comes for you, but each of you has a little trouble getting to sleep. There's a lot going on. Draven, as you start to close your eyes, you start to think of Chelsea, still trapped back in Bravia. Not knowing if she's alive or dead, not knowing if there's anything at this point you can do for her, it just weighs on you a bit. And Fortune, you start to just wonder about Gamble, if they're okay, if the word's going to get back to him, how exactly Grelm was able to intercept Nightmare and how he figured out what you were doing. And then for you, Rhea, I think it's obvious what you're kind of ruminating over, this continued sense of loneliness, this continued sense of just this resentment that you feel, and then you resent yourself for feeling that resentment, and I think it takes a while for you to get to sleep. And Lynn, you're left struggling with, well, your entire way of life really being challenged. But one thing kind of keeps coming back to you, and that, you think back to your mentors, your cadets that you trained with. Like you said, they weren't like the people in Bravia. And the situation in Bravia is not new, so the one question that keeps popping up over and over, why did they send you there? All the places they could have sent you. Was it just happenstance? Or was it something more personal? I don't think you know that, as eventually kind of a restless night takes all of you. You will get a long rest, so you can pick 2 of your long rest actions and take those now.
I know what they are, but why don't you remind everybody else?
For the chat.
Okay, sure. So you can prepare, and doing that, you can get 1 hope. You can clear all of your HP, so you can fully heal. You can fully clear all of your armor slots. You can fully clear all of your stress, or you can work on a project. And you can pick 2 out of that list. And I don't think I forgot anything.
Okay, mine was
But I
simple.
might have.
I just healed and armor slots.
Okay.
I think last time I worked on Rocky, so it'd been a minute since I've done those.
Mm-hmm.
I have 7 I actually just gained a slot, so I should be able to go up to 8, but it's only letting me go up to 7. Is there a way to up the
You have
HP?
to go
gain?
into when you edit your character. You have to go to trackers and actually edit the HP there. You have to edit your max HP there.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's a little hidden.
I have so much HP, I need to increase my tracker.
So yeah, I was right. That was the whole list. Tend all your wounds, clear all your stress, repair all your armor, prepare or work on a project. If 2
Can
people
we-
prepare... sorry, just let me say this real quick before I forget.
Go ahead.
If 2 people prepare together, then you each gain 2 hope. But you'd both have to use that as one of your downtime actions.
No.
I would maybe not increase my armor if somebody wants to work on Rocky with me.
So no, so that's separate, because that would be working on a project. Or preparing is literally just gaining the hope.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna take the armor slots.
Okay.
I kind of need them.
How many domain cards can we have? Is it 5 that we can have at one time?
Yes.
Okay, because I know if you have more than 5, you have to use I think a hope can be used, because they each have a number in the corner, and
Yeah.
that's how you can use to quickly swap out, in the middle
So, yeah,
of,
we're not... You don't have any in the vault yet, but you can have 5 in your active loadout at once.
Yeah, so the next time we level, if you've picked one, if you've picked an extra one for your level up thing, next time we level, you'll have to pick one to put into your
Vault.
whatever.
Mhm.
Vault. Thank you. Into your whatever majig.
Okay. Have we all made our choices?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next day comes as you all wake up, stretch, pack up your camp, and begin your journey another day towards, well, New Aetheria, Aetherian Forge Works.
I think we were headed to the Forge Works first. I think that's where we
Yeah.
were
It's
headed.
all in the same direction, though, so you guys
Yeah.
can continue to travel for a little bit together.
Tell me, I'm sorry, real quick. On the map that is made, is the Forge Works this little castle-looking thing?
It is.
That's
It's
not-
what I was assuming too, because I
It
was
is not
looked at it.
labeled yet, but I will label it and update the map probably after this
Okay.
episode. But yes, that is the Aetherian Forge Works. So pretty close
Okay.
to New Aetheria. You all continue. You're walking on the road. So you know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to make you roll like survival or anything like that.
Concept. Radical concept.
Go for it.
Just for epsilons. knowledge, how far out of the way would it be to go to where Rhea used to live at some point?
Not that far. You're going into the same mountain range to go to the Aetherian Forge Works. You would be there. It would maybe be a day to navigate through the mountainous passes to get to where your settlement was. So if that's something you want to do while you're here, it's definitely doable.
I think Rhea would probably say something at some point. This is not doing good. I need to purge differently.
Yeah. I would say after we go to the Forge Works, that could be the next stop.
Yeah, there's...
Unless something like more pressing comes up at the Forge Works, but...
Yeah, she'd probably just kind of say something like, there's somewhere I want to go in this area. If it still exists, I'd like to at least find that out.
Okay.
I'm always up for a little exploration of somewhere I've never seen before. You never know what you might find.
Well, you get to go to my old, home?
I can always add a new chapter to my book.
What book?
It does not quite have a name yet, but I'm thinking, the Chronicles of... What was our name again?
Oh, he did it.
4 evil X's.
I wasn't going to make you all do it, but...
The Chronicles of the 4 Evil X's are... it's the working title.
Okay, so right now, you guys can continue to workshop it, but as of this moment, your first draft party name is at least the Evil X's. Okay?
The Evil X's is kind of... I kind of like
Honestly,
the Evil X's.
That's the one I like the best. It makes it sound James Bond or like...
The Evil X's.
At least like
X's.
Curly's Angels or something.
Okay, I love it. Lady Vengeance also just wanted to throw out Draven Does Daggerheart, which is also a pretty good name for the book.
Draven Does Daggerheart.
I like that one.
So the Evil X's...
Also, subtitled, Draven Does Daggerheart.
What's Daggerheart?
Don't worry about it.
There are a lot of daggers, and they go into people's hearts. Thanks, Fortune.
Okay. At this point, you all see approaching you a rather large wagon. It's actually the first other traveler that you've seen approaching directly towards you, just going in the other direction. Looks like maybe they're coming out of New Aetheria. I mean, you're not close yet. You still have a couple days to go. But the cart is pulling itself. It's just kind of tumbling down the road. You can't really see anybody, but it's not being dragged by anything. It's just kind of on its own, making its way down the road. One of those self-driving carriages,
I feel like I'm going to look at Rhea and be like, is this some sort of magic fuck?
What Draven would recognize these because he's from New Aetheria, right? Would he recognize what he's seeing here?
It's not particularly common, no, but I will let you guys roll for it. So I'll let, especially since Rhea, you might know, so I'll let you roll a... Let's see, that's probably knowledge. Yours would probably be knowledge too, then. Draven.
Would you let me spend a hope to add reporter to it?
Of course. That's what that shit's there for. 16 with hope.
Rhea did get a 16 with hope, though.
6.
Oh, I got an 8 with hope.
8.
Oh, no, a 9 is what I got.
Okay. You don't really know. I mean, this isn't something that's just constantly around. With a 16, I will say, Rhea, you definitely know that there's magic involved. But just based on its construction, looking at it, it seems to also be like a pretty mechanical as well. Something that one of the artificers might make, a blend of mechanisms and magic that's kind of making its way down the road here.
It's big magic, people.
But it's just kind of coming your way. not fast, not threateningly. What do you guys? I mean, do you pay it any mind? What do you do?
I would like
Draven.
to.
Draw this quickly.
Oh, Draven already is drawing it, but he's also explaining to you guys in it what he thinks it is. He's like, obviously, it's some sort of mechanical horseless carriage, and I believe it is ran using smaller creatures that are inside, providing the power. That's the only way I can think.
Draven, what if it's ghost horses? Lynn, is totally convinced there's ghost horses.
At this point,
This
Rhea,
must be true.
what are you doing? As they're all having
I'm
this
gonna walk over
ridiculous
to this
conversation.
I'll just walk over to this thing and be like, just go and look at it.
They say
Okay.
the warden's carriage is pulled by ghost horses.
I've heard that as well.
Spooky. Ooh.
As you walk up, Rhea, as you get close, it actually slows down and stops. And as you're looking at it, it's a really nice wagon, really large. You can't see anything inside at the moment, but on the sides, there's large bags. It's a covered wagon. And then as you're standing there is this little, kind of a spark that kind of happens at the top. And this banner kind of rolls out and then unfurls. And then
Draven screams.
and what you see, the words kind of magically appear across that says Gully's Goods, as the back flies open and this little ribbit hops out and
Draven screams again.
kind of comes around as he puts on this little backpack. Oh, hello. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Gully of Gully's Goods. It's like Golly G, but with a U. And speaking of you, what can I do for you fine travelers today? I haven't seen anyone since I left New Aetheria. And he just is overly just up in your face. I mean, he's not as tall as you, but he comes really close and he's one of those close talkers, but he's looking up and he just seems his eyes are huge as he's just almost feels like he's looking into your soul, and he's looking directly.
Pretty short. The fact that he is as tall as her is kind of funny.
So he's not as tall as you, but he hops up every now and then just to look you in the eye because he can jump rather high.
Real looks behind, watches Draven scream, and just fucking bursts out laughing.
You've got people with you.
I've got people with me, and they have no sense of the magical world.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to give them a fright.
No, that's the most entertainment I've had this past few days. I needed that.
This cart cost me a lot of money. I didn't think it would scare people, though. Come on over and take a look.
Tell me, how does this cart drive? Are there tiny creatures inside? I bet there are. Tell me, what kind of tiny creatures?
Well, there was. And he looks down. But not anymore. No. Well, no, it's just a little bit of magic and some, I don't know. I just bought it. I don't know.
Where did you buy it, Frog?
We're called
Draven,
ribbits.
you can't just call people frogs. It's pejorative.
Oh, no, it's fine. No, I'm Gully, by the way, like Golly G, but with a U. I bought it back in New Aetheria. That's where you buy things like this.
Please accept my sincerest apologies. When I get excited about things, get started inspecting it, I speak offhand. I apologize.
Oh, no need for that. No need for that. We're all friends here, right? He looks around and his eyes are really big, and then you see this tongue just kind of fly out and lick one of his eyes and then kind of go back in.
Draven does the same.
I love that. That's amazing. Lynn is gonna kind of curious. She's on she's always on tiptoes, but she's particularly kind of you know how when a cat is checking something out that it's not really sure of. She's kind of coming. Her tail's doing a little.
Okay.
She's you have goods.
You want to peek in, or are you just gonna peek
Oh
in
no,
while you ask that?
she's gonna try and peek. Like you see her like get
Okay.
up, like she's stretching her little feet out to like like as long as those like long ass little feet will go.
Okay. Give me let's see. We've been rolling for these. Instinct? Yes, instinct. 10 with hope. It is hard to see inside. You do, as you kind of peer in, do see crates. You think you see like a weapon or two. As he goes, oh, yes, actually, I just stocked up on my trip to New Aetheria. Was going to head back towards what's the name of that really shitty town? Bravia. It's heading back
Bravia.
that way. They like to buy lots of stuff. They got
Her.
gold.
Just sad. Her ears go down.
But
We
hey,
would like to check your wares.
yeah, if you want to buy something, sure. What do you? He like looks around and his eyes fall on Liliana. You got kids. I got the perfect stuff. He kind of runs around and rummages through, and he brings out
I
this
love
little.
this man.
It's like one of those. You know how like when you're in like the drugstore or anywhere, and they've got like right at the checkout that turnstile with like the damn Thai Beanie Babies. And for some
Yeah.
reason, it's right at the well, I know why it is, because every time Kidkins is like, well,
Big
we got to get
Bubba.
one of those, he just plops this thing down and just gives it like a nice little spin. And there's just like dolls all up and down it. And then Liliana's eyes just go wide, and you just hear Grongat go, maybe one. And she just squeals and like runs over and starts picking up like handfuls of dolls. And Grongat's just
Aw.
like, oh, God. Look, yeah, what kind of stuff are the rest of you looking for? He just does
tell
it
me,
again with the
yeah.
other eye.
Tell me,
Keep it
Gully,
wet.
do you have an inventory of your items that we could look at?
He like looks
The
back.
answer no is acceptable.
Well, here's the thing. I was gonna inventory it when I got to Bravia because I was gonna set up a shop, but so I'm kind of halfway through it. I got some of those potion things. I got some weapons. I got some. Let's see. He kind of like starts looking around, and you can see at this point. Actually, Draven, give me a. Oh, so I thought that was the roll. I thought you were just rolling something. Give me, I guess, an instinct.
Roll to lowball this man.
An instinct. 9. Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to
shit.
use my rally die
Okay.
to increase that. Which, by the way, everyone has their rally die. I didn't really do that, I guess.
What a bard. What a bard.
I know.
No.
Hey,
Okay, 14
14
with hope. You get at this point, he's not lying to you, but he's desperately trying to think of what you might want, right? Like he's got like a lot of shit in here. So he's trying to just like rattle off things he thinks that people on the road might need. We got rations. We've got
Listen here, Gully. Draven puts his arm around him. Gully, let me tell you. You can't run a business if you're not going to be keeping proper inventory. How do you know what you've got and what you haven't sold yet? And how do you know that once you get there that you've got everything you bought?
Can I hop in his cart while he's distracting him?
absolutely.
Oh, no. Oh,
I do
you're gonna
want
see your Lynn's gonna
This
be
is
like,
kind of the intention.
steal from the nice, like behind Gully so she can't see. She's like, don't you dare.
I
don't
want
you
a
dare.
finesse with advantage. So roll it and then roll an additional d6. Okay, I'm going to take that fear, but a 10, roll the d6. 14.
I should have asked this first, and it's not fair. I was going to say, can I spend a hope and do fast hands?
You have
Yeah.
rally. You have your rally die.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you
I guess I could just rally again, but
You can use the experience if you want to take that up to 16 or 17.
yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. Perfect. Spend the hope as you make it up as this guy's just oblivious. Well, here's the thing is I bought the stuff and I had a vague knowledge of what I bought, but I was going to inventory it before I sold it. I mean, I have bookkeeping. I just don't usually sell on the road, you see? So, and as he just kind of keeps going on,
But listen, you're missing out on so many customers. Look at here. We are customers right here on the road, and you don't know what you've got in your wagon. Isn't that ridiculous? Wouldn't it be awesome if you knew what was in your wagon and you could just
What?
hand us a letter right here and we could just, I would like this, I want that, I want this. Instead, you can't do that, right?
And can I just be like chucking things? Like, I'm going to cut a little hole on the other side of the wagon that they're talking from and just be chucking like a few crates out. I don't even want to look at them. I'm just going to chuck them out real quick and just agile lock and just.
I'm not saying this is what's happening because I don't like to tell characters what they're doing, but in my head, you're chucking them out and Lynn's just putting them back in a different hole.
She is
like a circle.
She's just like, she's like trying to like, she's like yelling without voice like at you. She's just like.
Okay, now that you're in here, I want you to give me one more instinct roll. And you can have advantage since you're inside. Fortune.
Instinct?
Poor Gully. I just
Instinct
wanted a
roll?
ribbit NPC. Yeah, instinct with advantage.
I'm going to still do, because we did finesse the first time, I'm going to still do fast hands and just burn another hope
Sure.
and maybe rally die. But
13. What's your experience? 2?
it was still with another D6, right? For advantage?
Yes.
And then yes, for fast hands, it's 2.
So 13, 16, 18 with fear. I'll take the fear. Okay, so here's what you get. Looking around, he does seem rather well stocked with armor and weapons. So anything on the tier 2 table, you would be able to purchase from this guy. So anything from the tier 2 primary or secondary weapons, you'd be able to purchase. He also has the basic level health and stamina stress potions you could buy as well.
What can I pickpocket right now?
You mean there's a couple things you could
Why
now.
are you like this?
Anything like large weapons, I don't think you'd be able to get.
So can I take like 2 or 3 of those potions at least?
You could take 1 potion of each, I think, before anybody be able to catch you. So you could take one healing, 1 stress potion.
I'll take 1 of both, but I'm going to hop back out then.
Really quick, a couple other things you find in here. You find what looks like this large. It's a large crate, but it looks a little different than the other crates. It looks like it might be trying to keep something temperature controlled. You think maybe it's more potions. As you open it up, and you see this large container that's just filled with water, and inside there are just like dozens and dozens of little tadpoles swimming around.
Oh my god, you do not Baby Yoda this man.
I could not. Fortune does not harm children.
So he's traveling with his family.
How sweet. I'm still going to rob
That's
him,
amazing.
but how sweet.
What did you say he actually has? Like I'm actually interested in maybe buying some stuff. I just want to.
So all the tier 2 weapons. So I don't remember what page that start on, but
I was going to say I've got them up here in front of me. What do you have? What's your main weapon?
Well, I had to kind of stick with finesse, because that's my main. My thing is a rapier.
Oh, a rapier. Cool. The improved rapier allows you to do quick, which lets you attack mark a stress to attack an extra creature.
Yeah, the improved weapons are usually, I think, at least worth it, which is why I'm conveniently provided you with a traveling merchant, because you left Bravi, and I thought, oh, you should have an opportunity at least. Again,
didn't you say that your attack was finesse?
It is. So it has to be a rape. No, it's presence, because I'm a paladin.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, I can only use strength-based magical weapons, because that's also so I can only use. I have to use presence for physical weapons, and then I have to use strength if I ever get magical weapons.
You could get that improved rapier.
Yeah, I am interested in
staff.
Just to clarify, he does have the weapons on the magical list too.
Okay.
So he would have like the gauntlets and things like that. He's got a nice selection. He seems to deal mainly in. think of him as like one of those shops where they have a little bit of everything, like the toys and this and that. Like he's kind of not a junk salesman, but like a
Odds and
knick-knack,
ends.
odds and ends. Like he's got everything. He also has a really nice selection of paperback novels. You noticed.
Draven
Looks like the
is kind of
sauciest looking one on the.
Draven is kind of trying to butter him up a bit, not
Okay.
necessarily just cause a distraction. So
Also,
Gully,
before
if
you did
would
that, I'm
like,
gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it to chat and ask Lady Vengeance to name the sauciest, if she's still watching. Name the sauciest romance novel that he's got to sell. Just because I like your suggestions. Continue with your buttering up of Gully here.
Gully, listen. I tell you what. You've got a little problem here, and I think I can help you.
Okay.
Not necessarily right at this moment, but I've got a perfect way that you can keep up with this inventory so much easier. How about this? And I give him my card.
He, like,
You
takes
come
it.
meet me. Meet me at my office in New Aetheria next time you're there. Hopefully I'll be there, but I travel a lot. But if I'm not there, come back again next time. As soon as you meet me, I will help you out, get your inventory together. You don't even have to worry about a thing going forward.
He like looks it over. He goes, "I didn't realize you were that Draven Silver Scale. I love your work." He like pulls out like this little pamphlet that he has in his pocket. I was actually just reading one on the road. The work you've done recently has been just amazing. Can you sign this?
Oh, of course, darling. Thank you.
At this point, Fortune, the name of the book was Fortune's Favor, by the way, which maybe is about Fortune in her younger days. Who knows? It's very ambiguous.
I do want to talk to him, and I want to see how much the improved rapier is, and I also want to see if I can trade in the improved mace for maybe money or a different weapon.
Okay. As you walk up to him while Draven's autographing this pamphlet. Oh, yeah, weapons I've got for sure. Okay, so you said you got trade. Yeah. I deal in trade too. So you hand him the improved mace, right?
Yeah.
So that's a tier 2 weapon, right? And you're trying to trade for which one?
Improved rapier.
Improved rapier.
Yeah, it's also a tier 2 weapon.
He looks around. He looks at Draven. Okay, so normally, I'd admit a little bit of a markup, but for Draven's friends, this is in really good condition. I can just do a swap for swap. I mean, my inventory stays the same. I think I can get the same out of this. I think they're worth about the same. So if you're willing to trade the mace, I can give you the rapier.
That's fair.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else?
Tell me, Gully, how much would you give me for 3 broadswords and 3 round shields?
Wow, that's a lot. That's 6.
Great condition.
Give me a let's go. Let's just give me a what's that? Presence? Presence roll with advantage for you, sir.
Oh, sorry, advantage doesn't work like that.
It does not.
Oh, damn, would have loved that second one.
9 with fear. Oh. Getting up on
12
fear again.
Was that your rally dice?
No, that was with advantage.
You can still spend the
I'll
rally.
give you. No, I can't because it's already you can't add another advantage dice. Okay, never mind.
I'll use my rally die.
Okay.
So you get the
go
advantage
for it.
and the rally die.
Oh my god. So what is that? 14?
14.
No, that's 13. Lame.
13.
I'm not gonna bother trying more. I'm not gonna waste more shit. Your turn.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He looks it over. Okay. This is in decent condition. I can give you for all of it 6 handfuls of gold. That's a handful of gold each.
What would be the value of an improved rapier?
That's
No, I already
typically
got
about.
that.
Oh,
So
I know, but I was wanting one for me.
Oh, okay.
I would
About a
like
bag,
an improved dual
a
staff.
bag of gold.
I'm
So
sorry?
that would be 10 handfuls.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to give him. Would you be willing to offer a bit more if I did a trade instead?
Oh, sure. What you trading?
The three broadswords, the 3 shields,
Oh,
and some extra gold perhaps for
Uh,
the improved
Draven,
rapier.
you also have that tower shield. Remember?
Yep.
okay. So you're asking if you trade instead of sell, if you can have a little extra and store credit. Is that
Yep.
what you're doing?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. I will let you make one more presence roll. This one's flat, though.
Um,
Come
he
on, be
doesn't have
good.
like daggers.
Hey!
Crit.
Does he have what?
Would he have daggers?
Yeah, he's got anything on the primary and secondary tier 2 tables. 18 with hope. That's a good success. As he looks. Sure. Actually, that's fair. I am getting a little extra inventory out of this. So, you're looking for the improved dagger?
Approved rapier.
Improved rapier. Sorry. Yeah. Whew. It's been a long day. The heat's really getting to me out here. He just starts to fan himself. It's not that hot. So with that trade of the 6, 2 handfuls of gold, and I'll let the rapier go.
Sounds good to me. And I'll give him those things.
Okay. So he goes back really quick and just brings out these 2 identical looking improved rapiers, and he hands them both to you in like this flourish and just kind of presents them to you both at the same time.
Lynn is also interested in the potions. Like, I want to see like in terms of healing potions and a
Okay.
stress potion.
So for this,
Um,
it's 2 handfuls apiece.
Hey, Draven, aren't you feeling a little sleepy? No, I could be taking a nap right now. I don't know about you.
I'm gonna get a I'm gonna just get a health potion for 2 handfuls.
Okay.
Draven's like, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty awake right now, Fortune. We've made some pretty good deals here.
Rhea,
You
do you have
suck.
anything? Do you have anything that you need off of this list?
I don't know if I have
Rhea-
anything really good to trade, so.
Rhea.
I have an extra small dagger and rapier to add to a trade if someone wants to.
I was about to say, I was kind of looking at the I had it just pulled up. Improved dual staff. It's the tier 2 version of my current.
So
Can
those
I-
the tier 2 weapons are going to basically be a bag of gold, which is 10
Can-
handfuls.
Can I just butter up I mean, I know I can give her advantage, but I would really love to butter up this guy and use my silver spoon ability to add
Okay.
like +2 on her behalf and be like, darling, these are absolutely beautifully crafted weapons, just wonderful. But they're not quite as beautiful as the ones from Coralbrook.
Okay, so you're trying to help
I'm
with
trying to be like
Rhea's-
these. I'm haggling. I'm like, these are
Yeah.
lovely, but I think they're worth a little less than you're saying.
Okay, so with that, Rhea, what do you have? So right now, before we do any rolls, it's a handful. Sorry, it's a bag of gold, which is 10 handfuls. And you've got 2 other additional items to trade. And this roll, are you offering anything to trade, Rhea?
I was gonna see if I could add in to swap my old dual staff.
Okay, so the old dual staff will get you 5. It'll get you
Okay.
halfway there.
And then I'm offering the rapier and the small dagger. I'm not sure how much that would be.
Yeah.
So the rapier is a primary weapon, right?
Yep.
That'll get you another 5 if you want to trade that
Okay.
in. And then the dagger being a secondary weapon, that'll get you a 3.
Okay.
So that's 13 right there before we roll anything. Right now it's 10. So let's see what happens here. I'll Crow, since you're the one doing it. Go ahead and use your hope, use your experience. Give me the presence roll. Oh shit, you're good at presence too, aren't you?
Yeah. 21, and that's
Oh,
before
damn.
the plus, so it's 23, but I don't think I need it. I don't think I need to spend the experience.
I don't even know.
Do you want me to go ahead? I can go ahead and spend it if you want.
You don't need to. You know what? You guys have got me back up to 10 fear. I'll let you keep the hope, okay?
Okay.
He looks around. At this point, he's got Draven here. He's a little starstruck. He's got Draven here offering to basically redo his books for him. So as you say that, he goes, no. Coralbrook does make some fine stuff. That's right. You're not wrong about that. Okay. For this, call it an even trade for the dagger and your old staff. Does that work?
I think so. I'm looking at my friends. They're the ones offering the extra stuff, so
yeah.
So
can I still huck my old rapier for 5 gold?
You can do that, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So you can get 5 hands full of, so basically you got it for 8 from all that. Yeah. And you didn't have to spend any, so you made 5 gold out of that transaction. I thought that's pretty good for 21.
I'm okay with this.
Okay, he hands it over and he's all super, super excited. Anybody else?
I
now have 9 gold if you want some of that, Duke, to try to get yourself a better dagger or something.
Well, actually, I was just going to say, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Golly. It's like Golly G, but with a U.
That's right, Golly G. Your name made me think about a friend of mine called Holly Jolly. You two would hit it off. I'd need it. Are you married?
I am happily married. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, I could see a little dad weight on you there. All right. Well, that's fine then. Good for you.
Actually,
Good for you.
Relatively new, actually. We just had our first couple babies not long ago. I can't wait to see her. She had to go ahead of me. We worked this business together, so we're going to meet up in Bravia.
God bless you. I hope the best for you.
Thank you.
But after that, I feel like I've already got a +1 dagger from the end of the last match. And now I've already stolen a health potion and a stamina potion from him. So I'm pretty good if we want to save money, maybe for some other things and whatnot.
Lynn's gonna very guiltily be like, unexpecting father, here's a tip. And she gives him a handful of gold because she feels so bad that Fortune has just stolen from this man.
Thank you.
Hey, unfortunately, why don't you take that as payment and you just give me something then?
No. We could never impose. And I'm gonna glare at Fortune. She's actually a little pissed at you now.
So I feel like we're 2 bridesmaids fighting over the flower bouquet, and I'm just gonna take my whole body weight over the money and push you out of the way. No, he can't be that generous. It's not fair.
It's my money to do what I will. And Lynn's gonna show every single one of her canines with this really ugly grimace smile. She's just back off, motherfucker. And I would love to give it to the new father.
All right, fair. And I feel like the only thing that you will see Fortune do is she's gonna kind of and then she's immediately gonna back down and go, "You're right. You know what? You're right." And she'll just, God bless you and your family. I hope you all are safe in Bravia, because that place, and I'm going to look back at Lynn and be like, because that place is a fucking shithole that nobody should live in, let alone respect.
Well, anyway,
as you guys are doing
Gully, how much are those health potions now?
2 handfuls. 2 handfuls of gold. By the way, Epsilon, you dropped out of alchemy.
God damn it!
Let me tell you. Let me get 2 of those, please.
Okay, and he'll give you 2 health potions for 4 handfuls of gold. Also, while this is happening, Actually, I think Rhea, you would be. Everyone else is kind of still engaged with this.
Yeah, I don't. I think Rhea doesn't know how to engage with this.
Okay. You hear a conversation as Liliana runs back to Grongak. I love this. It's so pretty. And he kind of gets down. He goes, I know. He looks over and he kind of checks the tag. Was there something else? I mean, this one, I just don't. And she goes, no, 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 no. And she like clutches it. And you look over and you can see that she's found this like cute little, this little like stuffed dog thing.
Oh, that's amazing.
And she goes, I've already named it. Can we not buy this one? And Grongak goes, let me talk to the nice man, okay? Just, he like kind of pats her. And as he's walking towards everybody else, you can see he looks a little stressed as he's walking up to Gully. Do you do anything? Or do you want to watch the scene play out? Only Rhea saw this, because the rest of you are kind of distracted talking about him. Because you guys are still kind of haggling up there.
I'm gonna tap Dravid on the shoulder. As soon as I have his attention, direct his attention, like kind of subtly to. I keep wanting to call him Grognak. That's not his name.
Grongak. Yeah.
That's not his name.
I did give him a weird name, so.
No, it's just weirdly. It's because this one YouTuber I watch has this random GTA character he made up called Grognak the Destroyer. Attorney at Law.
Oh yeah, you did. You mentioned him last time. That's why this guy's gonna become a lawyer.
No, Grognak the Destroyer, Attorney at Law, is a woman.
Oh, okay.
I have to show you a picture of her. She's an icon. But yeah, I'm gonna like subtly direct his attention to like Grongak and like Liliana behind him.
When you look back at Liliana, she's got this little puppy. She's sitting down and she's just like talking to it. She's like petting it. And then she's got out the other toy, like her favorite toy that her dad had gone back to get from her. And you can see she's introducing them to one another. It's really adorable.
Rhea doesn't say anything beyond that, but she kind of tilts her head to make sure Draven gets the message.
Yeah, Draven quickly gets the message, and he kind of like turns back around and he like whispers to Gully, "Hey,
oh yeah,
go ahead and sell the dogs, sell the stuffed animals to him at whatever price, and I'll cover. Please."
Oh, okay. At this point,
at whatever he has, please.
Walks up.
Thank you.
And Rhea kind of slips off.
Gully,
into the
right?
back of the conversation.
Yep, Gully, just like Gully G, but with a U.
Lord Almighty.
Just wanted to about the stuffed animals. Yeah. Did she find one she liked? She did. I was just wondering the price on the tag. We're traveling, and we're a little light. I was hoping you could offer that for maybe a handful. And there's a moment where Gully goes, Well, I'll tell you what. You have been pretty good patrons today. That's true. And you know what? I'm feeling pretty generous. A handful will be fine. And Grongak relaxes a little bit, and thank you. And he like hands over the gold, and as he takes it out, you can tell the pouch is really light that he carries, as he just like drops a couple gold pieces, and then he holds it. Thank you kindly. I really appreciate that. And you can see he looks satisfied with himself for having done that as well. I'm going to give a hope to both Draven and Rhea for not only resolving that situation, but also doing it in a way that let Grongak keep a little of his dignity too. So look at you guys. That was great.
I'm also on hope.
Well, then
I'm so hopeful.
You need to spend some. As he walks away, Gully looks over at you. It's fine. You actually have spent quite a bit today. And being a new dad myself, I get it.
Are you sure, Gully?
Yes, I'm good. As long as you promise to keep your bargain about helping me redo these books.
I promise. Come meet me in New Aetheria.
Okay.
At my office at the journalists. What was it? The Journalism Guild.
I will look you up as soon as. And you know what? I'll introduce you to the missus. She loves your work too, you know.
Oh, well, I'd love to meet her. I always love meeting my fans.
Oh, well, you're gonna love us then. He looks around.
I already do.
Well, do you all need anything else? If not, I probably should get back on the road.
No, I believe we've kept you long enough. We've taken up enough of your time. You get your crazy contraption with your small animals powering it out of here.
Sure. I was a pleasure meeting all of you. Enjoy your time at New Aetheria, and I hope to see you all real soon. And just remember, golly gee, but with a U. And he kind of hops back in. As he hops in, you see he kind of smacks something on the back as this thing starts to lurch forward. And as it kind of drives past you, he just kind of hangs out the back and he's waving. And then he gets distracted, and you can see there's a little fly, and he's just and eats the fly, and then goes back to waving as he just kind of starts peeling down the road away from you all.
Draven leans over to Lynn and is just like, ghost horses.
Yeah.
Magic exists, Silver Scale.
That's a walking man. That's a dead man walking right there. His wife's already dead. We should have murdered him. He's going to give our alibi away. And we could have stolen all of his stuff. You guys are crazy. And she's just going to turn and walk away. Leading the pact.
Or go.
Oh, she does this sometimes. Don't worry about her.
I walk a
You guys are
razor thin line
fools!
of sanity
Fools, I tell you.
I walk a razor thin line of sanity, and sometimes I think I am still, in fact, the only sane one in this plane of existence.
Oh, Rhea.
At that point, Leilani
I'm
goes,
glad you think
that's
that."
true. She does think that. Grongek goes, Lily, we talked about this. As you all continue down the road. The rest of your journey actually is rather uneventful. But you do see a couple more people, passerbys, here and there, the closer you get. Until eventually you come to your final fork in the road. As off in the distance you can see the wonderful city far away of New Aetheria. As you come to the top of this hill, you can see the shining beacon of hope, democracy, this little human haven in the midst of the theocracy that means different things to different people. But for you all, here in this moment, it means the point in which you part ways with Grongak, I almost called him the same thing, and Liliana. As you all can see the city, but you know that at this point you need to start heading south towards the Forge Works. As soon as Liliana's eyes fall on the city, she's like, wow, it's so much prettier than Bravia.
They clean things here.
Grongak also, I never thought I would see this place. I've only heard stories. Are you sure they'll be okay with us visiting? I know Bravia is... Some places aren't as happy to receive humans. I don't know if that's reciprocal.
The humans are... Well, they're more accepting, I would say. But, you're still probably not going to be 100% accepted. But that's just kind of the state of the world, I suppose. I don't really know what else to say about that.
At least no one in this city is trying to steal my daughter, so at
Right.
least that's a step up.
Like I said, the humans they're not going to brutalize you. They're not going to treat you unfairly. You may run into some here and there with some poor attitudes about who you are, but
I kind of side-eye like Rhea when I
overall,
hear
not
this.
much.
Like, I'm kind of like wondering, I don't say anything, but I'm just kind of like looking at her out of the corner of my eyes when I hear Ravnok say that.
What? I missed that. I was trying to find an important image. What was the line in question?
Well, he was saying that humans, like most humans are fine, but sometimes they don't accept you for who you are. And like, I know that Rhea's like, I don't know why Rhea's been rejected by her own people, like, on top of like the rest of the world. But like, I am kind of like eyeing Rhea since I know her background.
She can see you eyeing her and just kind of throws up her eyebrows like, you ain't subtle, and she knows, and you're not subtle.
No, Lynn's not.
I don't think Lynn has ever claimed to be subtle.
No, and I think this is Rhea acknowledging that you're not subtle.
At
Do you
this
know that
point- oh, go ahead.
meme? Do you know that meme of like the woman from the Spanish soap opera where she's doing math and it's like the blonde older lady with like
The
that's like
calculus scrolling across
yeah,
her
that's
face. Hang on.
that's her right now trying to put together, like she's trying to be like, what is her deal? What did the human like? What is going on? Just little clocks turning.
Is it this bitch in the chat?
So, Fortune's going to take Gongrat
Yeah.
and Liliana in hands, very disproportionate,
Yeah.
away from the group for just a second, and whisper to them, so I'm going to let you guys know on a little secret.
Okay.
I need a little strand of your hair. This is going to sound weird, but I need to feed it to Nightmare. And this is how Nightmare will find you in the future. If I send him to you, this is how he'll find you.
I did wonder how those creatures worked.
Yeah, don't tell anybody,
I wouldn't.
especially any of those assholes.
They look back over. At this point, Liliana goes, language.
Hey, I love you.
I love you too, but you should speak better, especially of your friends.
I met them like 3 days ago. I'm still figuring them out. But you're okay. I know that.
Well, I don't even need my powers to know that's true. And she reaches up and just hucks out like one of her hairs. She goes, ow! And then gives it to you. And then Grongak's just... I may have only met you recently as well. But I can tell that you're someone I can trust. And I can tell that about the rest of them too. So maybe just give them the benefit of the doubt. He reaches you his hair.
I think I will. We'll see.
At this point, Liliana taps you. She's also pulled out just a little bit of the fake hair from both of her toys and reaches those to you too. Just in case you need to find them.
I better not just find them.
I think Rhea would maybe wander over at some point. Like, she knows Fortune's trying to do a thing, and it's like, all right, I'm not gonna hear something I'm not meant to, but like,
once that's over, I mean, there comes a time where you can tell they're kind of breaking up, so you could safely wander over.
Yeah. I'm gonna get down on Liliana's level. Not particularly far. Rhea is short. I am short. I'm gonna look her in the eyes. It's a little spoopy, probably, but
She has no fear when she looks at you, and that's rare for you. But she looks at you with this just childlike acceptance of one of her friends.
Whatever happens, do not forget that you have probably one of the best gifts that could outweigh any magical power in this entire world.
Okay.
That is that you are loved, you are wanted, and you are treasured.
She looks up at her dad, who's at this point, I think, not listening. I think he's still probably talking to Fortune.
And nothing is ever going to take that away.
Okay.
Not as long as you have anything to say about it, right?
Right. Yes.
You don't forget that. And don't ever take it for granted.
Okay. And as you start to try to stand up, she throws her arms around you and whispers in your ear, "You're loved too. Thank you for bringing me back to my daddy." I'm really glad we met. And she gives you a tiny little kiss on the cheek.
Rhea has probably never heard that in her entire life.
It kind of pops back. You'll come visit, right, if you're back in New Aetheria?
I'll certainly try.
Okay. I would love to see you, all of you, again.
Draven comes over to her and he's like, I know your daddy can't cook, so I wanted to give you this. This is my favorite cookbook. And he gives her his favorite cookbook. And when you get to the Journalism Guild, I want you to look up the real Ms. Applebottom. Yes, she's real.
No.
And she is who she's who taught me how to cook. So please look her up, and she'll teach you how to cook and be much better than your father.
I mean, he does okay.
It's okay. He's got other good qualities.
She her eyes kind of look down. I'm sorry, that was a lie. But he does have many good qualities. You're right. But he's not a good cook.
And he does not have to be a good cook, because you could be. And I tell you what, that Ms. Applebottom, she makes a fantastic souffle. Get her to make one for you. It's amazing.
Okay. Souffle?
Souffle. She'll know what you're talking about.
Okay. She just kind of smiles. You've been a really good friend. And you're funny, too. You make me laugh.
Well, always remember to go scuttling. It's good for the soul.
It looked fun. And rolling down the hill? That was super fun. I'm so glad you taught me that. That was... Oof.
Well, next time I see you, I'll have to teach you how to scuttle. We've got to work on that.
I'll try. I saw you do it. Thanks for helping get us out. I didn't even know the world could be this big.
You don't have to thank us.
It's polite to thank people.
You didn't deserve to be there.
That's all I've ever known.
Well, you didn't deserve that, and nobody deserves that. And I know you want to thank us, but you don't have to. All seeing you safe, seeing you here with your father, that's all we need.
You're really good people.
Doing the right thing doesn't need thanks.
Still, Daddy always says it's nice to say please and thank you. And you guys did us a favor, so thank you.
And you're very welcome.
this point,
While
Lynn,
Lynn,
do you have anything to
yeah,
say?
like, well, like Lynn's kind of like, she's given them space to say goodbye to those, but I'm actually gonna go over to Grongak, and I'm going to like put my hands on his shoulder, and I'm gonna be like, "You are an excellent father. The blessings of the nine upon you," and then I'm gonna like kiss him on each cheek.
Oh, thanks. I'm not. I just do my best.
That is the most any parent can do.
Thank you. Sincerely. You have given us new life, and I know what it may cost you. And I'm sorry for how I reacted when we first met.
No, I'm sorry that Bravia and the Seraphs there have failed so badly at their vows. Please remember that some of us are trying.
I will remember that. I will never forget that again. And I also know that if anybody can clean that fuck town up, it'll be you.
Like Lynn's gonna smile, like, and kind of like step back, and then she's gonna blow a little kiss at Liliana.
She like does a little catchy thing, blows it back, and then you see also when she catches yours, she breaks it in parts and gives it one to each of her dolls and herself too.
Liliana, you are indomitable. Remember that.
I don't know what that means.
It means that you will crush your enemies.
Yeah.
And then
She like looks at those closer to her. I don't know who my enemies are. At this point, Grongak kind of comes over. All right, kiddo. It's time for us to go start the next chapter of our lives. We need to let these fine people go. They have work to do. She goes, okay. But again, look us up if you are in town, okay? I'm sure they will.
Of course we will.
And that is the truth.
Yes.
She just kind of like grabs her dad's hand. They give you one last look. Again, we owe you more than we can say. If you are in Aetheria, look us up and I'll cook you all a nice home-cooked meal. At this point, Liliana and Draven, you guys kind of make eye contact. And there's just like this subtle passing of inside joke the two of you have.
Find Miss Applebottom, stat.
As they turn and start heading down the hill. You watch them go for a moment, and you can see in the distance this radiant city. It's not quite your destination yet. As you turn south and look towards the mountains, where hopefully the answer about what's going on with these Clanks lies in front of you. But even as you're staring at the mountains, Rhea, they start to drift just a little bit further to the west of the mountain range, where your home is, where you've mentioned you want to go. And there is a sense of foreboding that falls over you at what you might find when you get there. But the only thing to do is take the next step as you all begin heading south towards the mountains. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
This child
I want to ask you a question, but I want to wait until after, for the first show.
What were you saying, Epsilon?
This child told Rhea for the first time that she was loved.
Yeah, we gotta get Rhea some therapy. I figured a little bit of child therapy was good there.
Yeah.
So thank you all for playing. We had a nice I think this was a good episode. We had some nice backstory come out. We had some inter-party drama, and I think a nice resolution to the whole Liliana plotline that started really with the first episode. So we will get a little bit further into the mysteries of the Clank as we go to the Aetherian Forge Works, which I'm also really excited about that because I I finally just broke down and signed up for the Chapeku, how you say it, scenes subscription. So I have so many scenes now, which you saw a lot of them tonight. So,
They're very
anyway,
pretty.
they're great. They are amazing. Anyway, thank you all. Anything you want to say before we close up, and then we'll stick around and you can answer your question. Sounded like a post-show question. So, no.
I put a picture of Grognak the Destroyer, attorney at law, in the Legends of Elzorya chat, the public-facing one, so that people would know that I'm not crazy.
The Rock with boobs?
Well,
yes, that's what she looks like.
This is post-show territory.
Anyway, I just wanted to,
but also
that was,
because I want to use that to say, if you want to see that, join our Discord.
yeah.
Join our Discord
and
and
be
come in.
stupid with us.
Come
We
be
would
stupid
love
with us.
all of
You
y'all
want to
to
look
come
at
be stupid
Grognak
with
the
us.
Destroyer.
Join our Discord.
Okay, we need to have like a code closing from now on too.
Yeah.
we
The
we
Rock
sometimes
with
do.
boobs episode ends.
That's right. Rock with boobs. All right, everybody. Well, have a great night. We will see you next week for more Legends of Elzorya.